and welcome to Chairman of the Board. Today I'm going to be looking at Tyrants of the Underdark. Now I had an opportunity to play this week. It was a game that I really didn't have on my radar at all, but a good friend of mine invited me to play it with him and two others, so we had a 4-player game, and I have to say I was very impressed. When I say it wasn't on my radar, and he asked me to play it, I wasn't really, I wasn't expecting much. But he told me it was actually an area control game mixed with a deck builder game, and that did intrigue me, despite its generic D&D theme. Don't get me wrong, I do like fantasy, and I don't even dislike D&D, but it doesn't really excite me. But I have to say, I was very impressed with this game. It was much better than I ever anticipated. The way that the two separate mechanics of deck building and area control, they worked surprisingly well. In fact, almost seamless. Sorry. So I wasn't really anticipating that. I thought it was going to be a bit clunky, a bit disjointed, but it certainly isn't. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best of deck builder games, and it's not the best of area control games, but I can't really see any game doing both at the same time as well as this. So the fact that you're getting a solid deck building game and a solid area control game within about an hour or about an hour and a half is very impressive. This game has some pretty fierce player interaction where, basically everyone's going to start in a certain area. And as you build your deck, obviously you've got your two currencies. You've got your military kind of currency, which lets you place your tokens on the board and spread around to control these certain areas. And you've also got your currency to buy stronger cards, which do loads of really cool things. But yeah, because of the way the board's designed, sooner or later you're going to start running into each other, and there's no way about it that you're going to have to start taking other people's pieces. Something that I really did like about this game is the end game scoring, because not only are you going to score from controlling the majority of these different areas, but you also get bonus points for controlling or completely controlling the area. So say there was 3 spots on one of these places on the board. If I had 2 of them, I might get 5 points because I control the majority. But if I controlled all 3 of them, I'd get 5 points and 2 bonus points. So there's that real kind of decision if you're going to maybe control loads of regions, but just have a majority, or try and dominate a few of them and get more points that way. I also really like that you get points for capturing other people's, I don't know what they're called, they're like little shields. I guess they're just markers. So you get a bonus point for each other person's marker you control, and you have to you kill them by building your deck up and using attack points to capture them. And again, each one of those is a point at the end of the game, and that's really cool. Other end game scoring is also interesting because you actually get points based on the actual cards you recruit. So your deck is actually going to be scored. And I really like that because sometimes if someone really builds up a lot of currency to buy these really powerful cards, and they very rarely get to use those cards just due to a bad shuffle or something like that. But at the end of the game, if you're going to get bonus points based on the cards in your deck, then that's going to kind of counteract that, and you're going to get rewarded for your efforts of building that currency in the first place. And I think more deck builders could do that. Maybe they do, but I'm not aware of any that do. But something that I really liked is there's this promote mechanic where certain cards have this keyword that let you promote cards from your deck and basically take them out of the game and kind of put them in your little Hall of Triumph, whatever it's called. That's the same place where you put your captured enemy troops on. And the cool thing about that is not only does it remove like chaff from your deck so you can get rid of cards, but you get more points for each card you promote. So say the base cards in my hand, obviously you start with a basic starter deck. They're all worth no points if they're still in your deck at the end of the game. But if you promote them, they're all worth 1 point each. And in relation, the more powerful cards you get, if you promote them, they're worth a hell of a lot of points. So you're not allowed to use them anymore, but you're going to get a lot of points at the end of the game. So it's another really tricky decision to know when to promote these cards, because if you sense the end of the game coming, then you're going to start trying to promote as many cards as possible to get more points. And just knowing when to do that is really, really interesting. Now, I will say I've only played this the once, but it did seem to me that strategy of promoting cards did seem remarkably powerful compared to the other one. So I might be wrong on that, but it's something that I did clock, and I think maybe that might be the way to go in all future games. But I'm not sure if the other kind of strategies are as viable, but I'm sure they are. We did have a very, very tight game. Everyone really enjoyed themselves, and yeah, I really speak highly of this game. I will say that the actual quality of the components were pretty substandard in my opinion. The cards had a very poor stock, very, very flimsy, and the board itself was just not attractive at all in my opinion. It was very, very basic. There was no like real impressive artwork on there or anything. It's just kind of just these white and black boxes, and I don't know, it just seemed like almost like a prototype version, or some kind of some kind of prototype. So I'm surprised they went with that direction, but you know, it did detract a bit from me, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't the end of the world. So yeah, overall, I really think this game has a hell of a niche actually, because there's going to be a lot of people that like to combine those two things, the area control with the deck building. Me personally, I would definitely play it again, but it's probably not something I'm going to go and buy, because if I want to play a deck builder, I'll play Legendary. If I want to play an area control game, I'll play El Grande. But I'll happily play this, and I know that people might not have as much playtime, and they want to combine both of those experiences within an hour and a half, and that's really, really great. So yeah, overall, I would certainly give this a thumbs up. I think it's gone surprisingly under the radar, and I'm surprised it doesn't get as much buzz as I think it probably deserves. Although it's not completely my cup of tea, but I say that. Well, it is, but it's hard to tell. I liked it a lot, but it didn't blow me away. Let's say that. But overall, it's a really good game. So that's Tyrants of the Underdark. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please hit like and subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos. For everyone else, I'll see you next time on Chairman of the Board. Bye.